magandang araw po muli mga kaibigan. Talakayan, chikahan na naman dito po sa ating netkapihan. Ngayon, medyo light ang topic natin. Chikahan tayo dito. At kasama natin mula sa Manila, si Gerald Grana. Gerald, kumusta dyan?
Okay naman, Nino.
At ang ating, hindi naman nasa hot seat, pero ang ating kakausapin ngayon, si Aaron Davis, nasa Palmerston North. Aaron, how are you, Aaron?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Okay, that's the reason why we're talking to Aaron is Aaron used to be a player of the FU Tamaraws in the UAAP, and we'll ask him a bit about that. But we'll focus also on his new journey. Okay, his new journey to a new environment. So, Aaron, first of all, can you share with us your journey in basketball first? Yeah.
Hi, for sure. Well, right from the start, or
Yeah, the one when you went to Manila to play.
okay, for sure. I graduated from high school. I studied at high school at Palmerston North Boys High School, and I graduated year 13. And I didn't know of anything to do with like basketball in the Philippines. So I did it. I stopped playing basketball practically. I just played social league here in the men's league in Palmerston North. And so I was 18, 19. And then I was lucky enough because my little brother, Tane, was actually discovered by David Perez, he's from Wellington. And then he wanted to get Tane because at the time he was 16 or 15. They wanted to get him for Batangilas, which is the under 16 age group for the Philippine national team. And then my dad was like, oh, would you want to go to this basketball camp because they want to see players? And then at the time I thought I was too old. I was 18. I thought my basketball career is done because that's how it usually is here in New Zealand. Like once you finish high school, there's not really a pathway. It's like just NBL and you can be a development player, but it's not really a good pathway. So I decided to go to that camp. I went to Camp David. It was like a three-day camp for basketball. And then what's his name? Coach Eric Altamirano for Inu was there. And then he was impressed. And then with how the camp was going and like my skills at the time and my age, and he said I had a lot of potential. So he said to give it a go because I could play UAAP. So I decided to pursue it. I studied already at Massey University, which was in Palmerston North, for a year, and then I put that degree on hold to pursue basketball in the Philippines. The first school that actually tried to get me and my brother was UP. They had a basketball camp in Auckland with Coach Manu Hoke in 2018, I think it was, or 19. So I went to that camp and Coach Bo Pedosol and Coach Ricky Dundon were keen to get me. And I had dinner with them, and so that was the first school that tried to get me. It was supposed to be a package deal with me and my brother Tane. And another school at the time like heard about me because I was 19 and I was like 6'3", 6'4" forward, which was Ateneo de Manila University. And they wanted to fly me and Patrick out there to work out at the school. So me and Pat went there. Patrick Magdenberg went there for about 10 days. And they decided to offer us there. And then I came back to New Zealand. And the last school that wanted to work me out, which was FEU, the Tamaraws. So I worked out at FEU for maybe 2 weeks, and they offered me when I got there. So I kind of had like 3 options. And then I felt like I wanted to go to FEU because I felt like Ateneo was kind of stacked, like with their lineup and stuff. And my position, I was going to be like a bench player and I wasn't going to get that much time. So I thought FEU was going to be a good option. And then at the time, UP didn't want to, decided not to give me an offer because they declined the offer because Ateneo were trying to get me. So I was like, it's either FU or Ateneo, but I didn't feel like Ateneo would be a good fit. And I felt like nervous at practice at times. I didn't feel like it was the right fit. So I went to FU. So 2019, I think, 2019 or 18, I flew there and studied and played there for a year and a half. And then I played basketball there. I first had to do my residency, and then I was fighting for a spot in the lineup. And then at the same time, while I was fighting for a spot in the lineup, I was discovered by a talent manager, Sir Jonas Gafford, and Sir Mal de Leon. But also, I would like to say, before that, before when I was my 1 year out of high school,
Mhm.
at the time I was just like posting pictures on Instagram, and I was discovered also at the time by a mother agent. His name was Richard Yu.
Mhm. Is he
His,
from the Philippines? No,
he has
Richard.
he has a home base in Auckland, Singapore,
Ah,
and
okay.
Manila.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, but he was usually living in Auckland. He was the
Mhm.
one who discovered me, and then I had contact with him while I was playing at FEU.
Mhm.
At the time, I was trying to pursue both at the same time, and then unfortunately, he passed away. That was like my first
Oh,
manager who
wow.
discovered me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he passed away super young, and he had so many talents that were big, like
Okay. Sorry
um,
to hear. Yeah.
mm,
Mhm.
but
Aaron, when you were in FEU, you enrolled in what in
what
FEU they call it the institute. So which one did you enroll in?
I studied at Far Eastern University, Moraita,
And
the main,
Moraita, okay, the main
but
campus. Mhm.
our dorm was in FU Diliman.
Oh,
It's so far. We had to like I remember when
So,
we had a
so
seventh
far
day
away.
class. Yeah, we had to like what do you call it? We had to learn how to commute because I thought Grab was cheap. Like it was only
uh-huh.
it would cost like 500 pesos to take a Grab to FEU, and I was like, oh, that's not too bad, $15. But then
Mhm.
I realized like you can take like a bus for like 30 pesos, and I was like, oh my god, Grab's so expensive.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So you took the bus from Diliman going to Moraita.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Oh,
it was kind of mission. It was like we had to take like a trike out to like Commonwealth, and then when you
yes.
got to
Mhm.
Commonwealth, you take one bus, and then you get off at like that
Yeah.
intersection.
Yeah. Speaking of FEU in Diliman, that's near where Gerald lives, right, Gerald?
Yes, I'm very near the Batasan area where near FEU actually.
Oh,
But
dang.
but still, I still have to do what you do and ride the tricycle.
Yeah, I know. It's like 40 pesos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gerald, any question to Aaron?
So I'm just wondering, you're still fairly young.
Mhm.
So what are your plans? Because it seems to me that you're veering away from basketball. So are
Yeah.
you planning to take on acting? Are you planning to be an actor or a model?
Well, actually, at the end of 20, what year is it? 2020, 2018. While I was still playing, I actually joined a model search because
Mhm.
Sir Jonas Gafford at the time told me to join it, and I was scared to join it. It was called Global Asian Model Philippines 2018. I joined that, and I was lucky enough to win that.
Mm.
And if you win that, you get a contract. It was like 350,000 pesos contract with
Oh, wow.
Mercator Model Management.
Mhm.
And then at the time, I had to make a decision whether to pursue the basketball or the modeling. And then at the time, I was 20 years old. So I was like, I'm still young. If this doesn't work out for a year, I could just go back to playing basketball.
Mhm.
But at the time, I was kind of like, I just wanted to play basketball to go abroad and get out of my comfort zone because I was
Mhm.
like, New Zealand's kind of boring. And then I
Are you
went,
the eldest? Are you the eldest of the children?
yeah, I'm the eldest in the family. So I
Mhm.
wanted to go over there. And actually, when Ateneo flew me to train at their school, that like opened my eyes to like the opportunities that there are there. Like
Mm.
when you like live in the here in New Zealand, like you just finish your degree, you work 9 to 5, but there, like you can like pursue a basketball career, you make money, like have endorsements and that stuff, and
Mhm.
it's like not a normal life. So I really wanted to pursue that. Yeah,
And the nightlife is so fantastic in Manila.
yeah, it's a bit of fun.
Yeah. So, Aaron, was it the first time for you to be in Manila when Ateneo brought you to Manila?
It was the first time I went to Manila was actually I was born in Quezon City to start
Oh,
off
yeah.
with, and
Okay.
then I
Hmm.
grew up in Hong Kong with my dad and mom. My dad had a job in Hong Kong, and then after a few years I moved to New Zealand. But that was the
Mm.
first time since I was 12 years old. I went there when I was on holiday,
Hmm.
and then I stayed in Cavite, Manila, and Bicol because my mom's from Bicol. She's a
Hmm.
Bicolana, and at the time when I was 12, I didn't really know what it was like. I was like I was like, oh crap, it was kind of like scary to live there. When I came back when I was 19, I was like, holy crap, I kind of enjoy that fast-paced lifestyle.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was like the first time I went there when I was 12. properly.
And so now, because of the COVID-19, you decided to come back home for the
Mm,
moment, and because everything's in a standstill anyway.
yeah.
So, what are your plans that now that you're back in New Zealand?
My plans. At the moment, I was speaking to my parents. They really don't want me to go back to Manila until
Oh,
next
okay.
year.
Hmm.
So I trust them, and I'm still doing my degree. I was doing it online while I was studying while I was living in the Philippines. I was
Hmm.
studying Mass University distance,
Hmm.
and so I'm thinking about just doing a full sem, knock out 4 papers this sem,
Hmm.
like full load.
Wow, full
Yeah,
load, four
because
papers.
I need to get this degree to make mom proud. So,
What
so
are you majoring in at Masi?
I'm studying a bachelor of business studies, majoring in economics and finance. So it's
Wow.
hard.
Well,
Yeah.
coming from a mixed parentage, a Filipino and a Kiwi,
Mm,
your mom was a Filipino. Filipinos, as Gerald will probably agree, is we put a big premium on education. So
for sure.
you're a good son. You're following what mom wants. That you have a degree and finish it.
Yeah, I already started, so I got to finish it. But I also believe in education. I really need to get a
Oh,
degree,
good.
like, of course.
Okay, very good, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gerald.
Um, so are you now that your entertainment career is seemingly put on hold? Are you planning to go back to basketball? Probably play in the New Zealand league.
Uh, I was thinking about it, but honestly, I don't really want to pursue the basketball. Actually, like 2019, when I was modeling for the year, I was doing really good with getting my modeling projects and stuff.
Mhm,
And then the start of 2020, I came back to Manila in the last week of January,
mhm,
and it was crazy. As soon as I got back from that holiday, I had 3 campaigns in the first 2 weeks I was back. So I did a campaign for Mega World. I did a campaign with this girl. Her name's Celeste
mhm,
Cortezi. She's Miss World or Miss something. Can't
mhm,
remember. I did a campaign with her. I did a campaign for World Balance and Zalora, and I did another thing. Oh, I did a campaign for a water park. So I did 3 campaigns in 2 weeks. So from there, I was like, I'm for sure I'm gonna pursue this.
mhm,
And then I was lucky enough to have dinner one night. I had a dinner with a mother agent. So my first mother agent was Richard Yu, and now my second mother agent now is. Have you heard of Luminary Models with Diego Harmarch? He's a international model.
mhm,
So I joined Luminary Models because he said that he said I could potentially become an international model.
mhm.
So I
Yes.
joined the EMA, and then I actually signed my contract. One contract in Hong Kong for 3 months with Quest Artist Models in Hong Kong. It was supposed to be my first 3 month contract, and it was supposed to start in May. So I was planning to stay in Manila, do all my work until May, and
Mhm,
then go to Hong Kong. And then I had another interest to go to Bangkok with Red Modeling.
mhm.
So I had my year already sorted out, which was to go abroad for 6 months and stay in Manila for 6 months. Yeah.
And you were saying, Aaron, that you are putting on hold also the Century. You're part of the Century Tuna uh, body something.
Yeah, Century Tuna Super Buzz was another thing that happened. That's why it was like such a good time to be back in Manila. It was looking up for 2020 until the virus happened. So I was planning to join that and fingers crossed, hopefully win that because the finals night was supposed to be in May.
Mhm,
And as soon as that finals night finished, I was supposed to fly out to Hong Kong. So at the moment, I can't really say anything about Century Tuna, but um, something will. They're still pushing through with it, but it's just like they're just weighing up the situation with the
mhm,
coronavirus. So yeah,
mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, Gerald.
Um, you're, are you planning to get like foreign representation? Because it seems to me you want to go pursue the modeling route
Hmm.
and probably a bigger opportunity since you are Kiwi based. You'd
Hmm.
be much better off. I'm not putting down anyone, but it feels that you should get foreign representation in my view.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to talk to my mother agent about that. But in New Zealand, there's not really a big modeling industry here or
Mhm.
showbiz industry. Like here, there's only like one television series, which is Shortland Street, and it's like a overload of talent and not enough projects for the
Mhm.
talent. So it's like
Okay.
it's really hard to pursue that. Whereas in Asia, it's just so much opportunities. That's why I really wanted to be there. Mm,
I see.
mm.
And so this is the modeling aspect. How about now going into the real showbiz, like acting or singing or dancing? You
For
know.
sure, that's like one of my goals. But at the moment, like I have a goal. I want to be the best. Because there's not many full foreigner models that are traveling that are male around Asia.
Mm.
So I really want to be like a guy that people can aspire to because I came from New Zealand. I'm half Filipino. Like if someone like from New Zealand could travel to Asia doing this modeling, they can do it. And then I really want to just do this internationally modeling for maybe 3 to 5 years.
Mhm.
And then by the time that happens, I'll probably be 26. And then I really would do, that's like my overall dream is to pursue showbiz. Mm.
You know, Gerald, looking at Aaron now, I mean, on camera, he looks like, who is this Iglesias actor in the Philippines? Enrique
Mm,
Iglesias or something
yeah,
like that?
you look somewhat like a Filipino celebrity already.
Yeah. And Aaron, try to practice Spanish because you could pass for a Spanish, like, habla español, and then they say, oh, he's Spaniard.
People tell me that like I look like represent like a Brazilian or something.
Yeah, he
But I
is.
don't think so.
Like
Yeah, so
Enrique Hill.
Enrique Hill, that's the one. Yeah.
Actually, one person that people keep messaging me on Instagram about is I kind of look like Inigo Pascual.
Uh,
Ah,
His
yes.
son.
Uh-huh.
And
yeah, I can see the resemblance.
the Mr. World, I forgot his name. 2012, Mr. World. He's like full British. Forgot his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah.
But so what are your talents? Like
My talents.
dancing, singing, or what?
At America tour, Sir Jonas was getting me to do like acting workshops. So I would
Mhm.
say like my talents is like what do you call it, acting. But I really need to like learn how to sing I'm not too bad at dancing, but I really you need to have like some sort of talent like singing, right? So I don't know, but I was putting that on hold because I was wanting to pursue the modeling first, and then coming back to learn all that skills. So yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So any final question, Gerald? Because
Yeah, uh, just probably advice since if you're really towards going to that modeling entertainment world,
Mhm.
you have to be prepared as well for it's all good, but there's also
Mm,
especially in Philippine showbiz, there's gonna be a lot of bad things that can come with it. So
for sure.
you have to be prepared for that as well, not just talent wise, but also emotionally.
Yeah. At first, I'm kind of used to like in the modeling industry, like you don't get jobs, so it's like some people would take it the wrong way, like they're like, damn, I'm not good looking enough for this role. But it's not because you're not good looking. It's like you don't fit that role, that look.
mhm.
So I take that on the chin. And here in New Zealand, the culture here is if you don't like get something, you keep working towards it. So like I'll never give up. Always like push to try and achieve my dreams. That's how
That's
my
good.
parents raised me.
I- Also, I don't see any problem for you not being able to play basketball in the Philippines and still become a model.
Hmm.
Some do that.
Yeah, maybe I'll play MPBL one day. That's like one of my dreams. Maybe one day, when I establish myself more.
Or
Are you
play for
going?
the yeah, play for the artistas. They have a basketball tournament, right?
Oh, actually, I'll play in that team. It's called Models of Manila. We play in like a little commercial league. I
Mhm.
play with
Yeah.
yeah. I play for some of the actors that play in that team. So yeah.
Okay.
Are you planning to have your younger brother follow your path, or what if he decides to play basketball full time as well?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I want one Tane to make the PBA. I think he has the potential to do it because like he's super stubborn like me, and every day he's like addicted to working out, like trying to get better every day. Like all the Kiwi boys actually are like that because like you sacrifice living in a comfort zone here in New Zealand where everything's easy. You just have to study, then you can get a 9 to 5, a good job. But you sacrifice that, your friends, your family, to live in another country. So you're just messing yourself up if you don't work hard towards your dream because you sacrifice all that already. So yeah. So
Yeah.
but for him, I know that if he works at it and he puts his mind to it, he can achieve that, making the PBA. Mm.
Yeah. So, anything else, Gerald, before we let go of Aaron?
Oh no, I'm good.
Yeah.
You're good.
So,
All
so
good.
Aaron, all the best in your career, and we're always here. Your Tito Gerald, Tito Rene is always here. If you need some advice or some, we can always uh, give you the advice that you need. You just have to be strong. In the Philippines, it's like the showbiz world is really very cruel.
Mm.
So
That's
you
so
just
true.
really have to be strong
Mm.
inside. That's what Gerald was saying. And
Mm.
of course, you need the support around you.
Mm.
Be mindful of the people around you that
Mm.
you are the real people who can help you.
Have to pick your team carefully. Your team that supports you.
That's true. I really have a small circle of friends. I don't really hang
Mm.
out with too many people. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
And also sometimes, being a foreigner, they will take advantage of you or, things like that. But I'm sure, given your Kiwi determination and your Filipino values, you will be able to achieve whatever it is you want to do. So all the best to you, Aaron. And thank you very much for accepting our invitation. But we're always here. If you need us for something, just Tito Gerald or Tito Rene will
Looking
always be there.
forward to your campaigns, to your print campaigns.
All right,
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm.
Thank you. I
Yes.
can't wait for them to come out. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, Tito Rene and Tito Gerald. Thank you for speaking to me and taking your time out.
Okay. Mga kaibigan, yun po si Aaron Davis at si Gerald Grana, ang ating net kapihan. We wish both of them all the best and hanggang sa susunod na edisyon dito po sa ating talakayan at chikahan.